distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today's topic is origin of the Constitution of India. Let me first talk to you about something which happened during the freedom movement. Our freedom movement was also inspired by the very same subject which are going to be discussed today in this lecture. There was poverty, there was malnutrition, there was women bondage and other elements in India. But our political leaders at that time pleased to use that it is the foreign country's ruler who is responsible for all elements, and once he goes, the wealth of India shall remain in India, and India will be prosperous as river with honey, milk will flow through the length breathe in India. Friends, we did get our freedom on this basis. Independence first brought to us democratic method of our political organization. Government supposed to be by the people, for the people and of the people. Therefore, the basic idea of our political leader including Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and galaxy of legal luminaries of drafting committee was to draft a beautiful constitution having giving fundamental rights including religious right to everybody, but subject to certain conditions and restrictions, which is public health, public order and public morality. And we can summarize a life which controlled and guided by reasons and logic, at the same time inspired by its great dynamo, the great dynamo of love, compassion and charity. A life guided by logic but inspired by love is the message of Indian secularism and Indian constitution. You will be never forget this great message and great gift. When you grow up, the secular spirit in you, you must grow as stronger than any propaganda that will have better environment, harmony and peaceful Indian society. The preamble of the Constitution of India is a sole and brief introductory statement that set out guidelines to guide people of the nation. The present the principles of the Constitution to indicate the sources from which the documents derives its authority and meaning. It reflects the hope and aspiration of the people. The preamble can be referred to as the preface, which highlights the entire Constitution. The documents laid down the framework that demarcate fundamental policies, code, structure, procedure, power and duties of government institution and set out fundamental rights, directive principles and duties of citizens. It is longest written constitution of any country on earth. The Indian Constitution is the world's largest constitution for a sovereign nation. Dear friends, as the India was under the British rule at that time and freedom struggle was going on. Therefore, the first revolutionary movement from India independence emerged from Bengal. Its leaders took root in the newly formed Indian National Congress with prominent dominated leaders seeking only their fundamental rights. Seeking only for fundamental right to appear to Indian civil services examination in British India. The early part of the 20th century was as the more radical approach towards political self-rule proposed by the leaders such as Lal Bal Pal, that is Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, and also Aurobindo Ghosh and V.O. Chidambaram Pillai. The last stage of the freedom struggle from the 1920 was characterized by the Congress adopted of Mahatma Gandhi's policy of non-violence and disobedience. Nationalists like Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, Bagha Jatin Surya Sen preach armed revolution to achieve self-rule. This was the different row of the freedom fighters. A sector of the people had taken part in the freedom struggle, wherein poets and writers were also taken the part, whereas such Rabindranath Tagore, Subramaniam Bharati, Bankim Chand Chattopadhyay and Qazi Nazrul Islam use literature, policies, poetry and speech as a tool for political awareness. Feminists like Sarojini Naidu, Preeti Lata, Begum Rokeya promoted the emancipation of Indian women and their participation in national politics. B.R. Ambedkar championed the cause of the disadvantaged society of India's society within the more significant and self-rule movement. The period of the World War II was the peak of the campaignings by the Quiet India movements led by Congress and the Indian National Army movement led by Subhash Chandra Bose with the help of Japan. Thereafter, after a 1930s movement took on a strong socialist orientation, the work of these various movements ultimately led to the Indian Independence Act 1947, which ended the suzerainty in India and the creation of Pakistan. At the same time, there was a need of constitution to run the independent India. It was a biggest challenge before the freedom fighters. Therefore, in 1928, the All Parties Conference convenes at Lucknow to prepare the Constitution of India, which was known as the Nehru Report. The Constitution was drafted by the Constituent Assembly, which was elected by the elected members of the provincial councils. The 389 members assembly reduced to 299 after the partition of India. Took almost 3 years to draft the constitution, holding 11th session over a 165 days period. The constitution was drafted from a number of sources, mindful of India's need and conditions. Its framers borrowed features of previous legislations such as the Government of India Act 1858, the Government of India and Indian Councils Act 1861, 1892 and 1909, the Government of India Act 1999 and 1935 and the Indian Independence Act 1947. Not only this, they have taken the best part from the constitution of 10 different countries. As such, the name of the countries is United Kingdom, United States, Ireland, Australia, France, Canada, Soviet Union, Weimar Republic, South Africa, and finally from the Japan. Timelines of framing of the Constitution of India began from 6 December 1946, formation of a Constituent Assembly in accordance with French practice. On 9 December 1946, the first meeting was held in the Constitution Hall, now the Central Hall of Parliament House. The first person to address was J.B. Kripalani. Sachidanand Sinha became temporary president. It is important to note that demanding a separate state, the Muslim League boycotted the meeting. This was the first round in which the differences was created. On 11 December 1946, the Assembly appointed Rajendra Prasad as its president, H.C. Mukherjee as its vice chairman, and B.L. Rao as constitutional legal advisor. There was initially 389 members in total, which declined to 299 after partition. Out of the 389 members, 292 were from government of provinces. On 13 December 1946, an objective resolution was presented by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, laying down the underlying principles of the Constitution. This later became the preamble of the Constitution of India. On 26 January 1947, objectives resolution unanimously adopted. On 26 January 1947, national flag was adopted. The national flag of India was the Tiranga Jhanda, is a horizontal rectangular tricolor of saffron, white and green, with the Ashok Chakra as 24 spokes wheels in navy blue color at its center. On 15 August 1947, achieved independence, India split into the Dominion of India and the Dominion of the Pakistan. On 29 August 1947, drafting committee appointed with B.R. Ambedkar as its chairman and other 6 members of the committee. On 30 January 1948, Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated in the compound of Birla Gandhi's house, now Gandhi's Smriti, in New Delhi. On 16 July 1948, along with Harendra Kauram Mukherjee, V.T. Krishnamachari was also elected as second vice president of Constituent Assembly. On 26 November 1949, the Constitution of India was passed and adopted by the Assembly. On 24th January 1950, last meeting of Constitution Assembly, the Constitution was signed and accepted with 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedules. Now the 12th schedule. On 26 January 1950, the Constitution came into force. The entire process took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days at a total expenditure of 6.4 million. As most of the colonial India was under British rule from 1857 to 1947, from 1947 to 1950, the same legislation continued to be implemented as India was a dominion of British of these 3 years. As such, princely state was convinced by the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and V.P. Menon to sign the Articles of Integration with India, and the British government continued to be responsible for external security of the country. Thus, the Constitution of India repealed the Indian Independence Act 1947 and Government of India Act 1935 when it became effective on 26 January 1950. India ceased to be a dominion of the British Crown and became a sovereign democratic republic with the Constitution Article 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 324, 366, 367, 379, 380, 388, 391, 392, 393 and 394 of the Constitution came into force on 26 November 1949, and the remaining article became effective on 26 January 1950. Therefore, the Constitution of India was enforced in two parts. Now see, G.B. Mavlankar was the first Speaker of the Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Parliament, after India turned into a republic. Thereafter, at 14 August 1947 meeting of the Assembly Committee were proposed. The draft of Sri B. N. Rao was considered, debated and amended by the 8 persons drafting committee, which was appointed on 29 August 1947 with B. R. Ambedkar as chairman. A revised draft constitution was prepared by the committee and submitted to the Assembly on 4 November 1947. Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, in this concluding speech in Constituent Assembly on 25th November 1949, stated that the credit that is given to me does not really belongs to me. It belongs to partly to Sri B. N. Rao, the Constitution Advisor, to the Constituent Assembly, who prepared a rough draft of Constitution for the consideration of drafting committee. So this is the name. Sri B. N. Rao was the real architect of the Constitution while deliberating the revised draft of Constitution. The Assembly moved, discussed and disposed of 2,473 amendments out of total 7,635. Before adopting the Constitution, the Assembly held 11 sessions in 165 days. On 26 November 1949, it adopted the Constitution, which was signed by 284 members, including Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. That golden days is celebrated as National Law Day or the Constitution Day. The Assembly's final session convenes on 24 January 1950. Each member signs 2 copies of the Constitution, 1 copy in Hindi and another copy in English. The original Constitution in handwriting, with each page decorated by artists from Shantiniketan, including Vyavahar Ram Manohar Sinha and Nandlal Bose. Its calligrapher was Prem Bihari Narayan Rajada. The Constitution was published in Dehradun and photolithographed by the Survey of India. Production of the original Constitution took nearly 5 years. 2 days later, on 26 January 1950, it became the law of the land. The estimated cost of the Constituent Assembly was 6.3 crores. The Constitution has had more than 100 amendments since it was enacted. The Constitution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly of India on 26 November 1949 and became effective on 26 January 1950. The Constitution replaced the Government of India Act 1935 as autonomy. Its framers replaced prior act of the British Parliament in 395 articles. India celebrates its constitution on 26 January as Republic Day. At its enactment, it had 395 articles in 22 parts and 8 schedules. The Constitution declares India a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic, assures its citizens justice, equality and liberty, and endeavors to promote fraternity. The original 1950 Constitution is preserved in a helium file case at the Parliament House in New Delhi. The words secular and socialist were adopted to the preamble in 1976 during the emergency, and the present Constitution of India has been modified with more than 100 of amendments. Therefore, this is the total history